Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. I just wanted to go over a couple of things about the VEX VR platform and talk about what the last exercise had and what's coming up. What we had to do for this week was to take our robot here and move it up the page, up the field, and we're in Art Canvas, up the field to the border. Turn to the left and just do like we're in NASCAR. Turn to the left, right? Right, that's what they do in NASCAR. So turn to the left, go to this corner, go down, turn to the left, go to this corner, turn left, go to this corner, turn left, go up here. This the last corner, turn left, come back to the middle, and then come back home. And I even added a little thing. I don't think I told you to do it, but I did it. I turned mine around so it was facing the right direction. So in essence, going back to where I started from. And I wrote a code that covered it. But then I shortened that code up by using a command that appears over here in the control section below. So you've got the drivetrain here. Then you've got this thing, looks, and then we'll get to some of this stuff later. We're going to skip right down to drivetrain and use what's called the repeat command. And the repeat command really helped kind of well, it just made the writing a little easier because you're not having to repeat yourself. And the program does it for you. So I want to go back, just take a step back and look at the first attempt that I had, the code I did, which didn't use the repeat command. So when started, I start in the middle, okay, starting in the middle, right, just like this, right? So I set my drive to 50%, and I drive forward. And what I did was as I worked my way around this, I just kind of took a look and see how long it took to get up here. And I looked about 3 seconds, and then 3 seconds was a little short, so 3.5 seconds. So I just kind of eyeballed how long it took the robot to get from the center here up to the top. So that was the first thing I wanted to do. So I figured I came up with this going 50% speed. So you set your speed first, your velocity first. You drive forward and you put in the wait time. And the wait time is how long it's going. What the program is doing with the wait time is it's actually waiting for the next command. It's going to wait 3.5 seconds before it looks for anything else. So it's driving for going up at 50% for 3.5 seconds. Then it stops, okay? Then I turn left for 9 degrees, set the drive velocity to 50% again, and drive forward, and I'm rating 3.5. It takes the same amount of time to get over to that other side, 3.5 seconds. So now that puts me in, stop driving, that puts me into the corner over here, the upper left-hand corner. So that's where I'm sitting at that point. So then I have this command that I now go through. It's the series command. Stop driving. Okay, we're going to turn left for 90. So now it's pointing down the field. Drive at 50%, drive forward, wait 7.1 seconds. And that would take me from corner to corner, 7.1 seconds at 50%. And then I turn, so I stop and I turn. I set drive at 50% and go forward, 7.1 seconds. Go to the next corner, the bottom right corner is where I would be then. Stop driving. Do the same thing. Turn to the left 9 degrees, 50%. Drive forward 7.1 seconds. That takes me, now I'm in the upper right-hand corner of the field. All right, so if you look at this, that's 1, 2, 3 times I've repeated that. And then after that section, I get this command, set of commands. Turn left for 9 degrees, velocity 50, drive forward for 3, so 0.3.5. I think I just added an extra 5 there, but 5 hundredths of a second, not a big deal. Stop driving, and then I did the same thing again. So I've been repeating, I've been very redundant here. So let's take a look then at how you can fix that. How you can fix that is using a thing called the repeat command. Okay, so let me just zoom in here. All right, there we go. Move the field over a little bit here. So right here in the middle, here's my repeat command. It's one of these. You see there's a gap in the middle and a little arrow, and you got the number of times you want to repeat it. So I took all of that, turn to the left, drive for 50%, drive forward for 7.1 seconds. And I took all of that and then stopped driving, and I put that all inside this repeat loop. And I'm going to repeat it 3 times. So 1 takes me down to the bottom left corner. Number 2 takes me over to the bottom right corner. Number 3 takes me up to the bottom top right corner, up to the top right corner. And then I've got these 2 cycles of driving for half that time. Brings me to the middle on the top edge, and then I do it one more time. It brings me to the middle where I started, and then I added this turn left for 180 degrees, stop driving. All right, so let's just watch it here. And I'm going to just expand it out. Oh, don't want to do that. I do want to do, no, I don't want to do that. Not yet. Shrink. Because what I want to do is I want to go down, shrink this down, shrink my code down, so you can watch. And what it's going to do is it's going to highlight, it'll highlight the code as it's going. All right. Let's see if I can get this to, here we go. All right. Oh, and the other thing you can do too, which is kind of fun, if you didn't already figure it out, this is the top view. You got, if you go over here, there's top view, which is what we're in. We're looking down on top of the robot. I can go over here and I've got a back view. So that view is kind of fun because it's just a little more 3D. So we'll expand that out so you can see it a little bit better. So as this thing's going, you're going to see over here in my, let's just get rid of all this stuff. You're going to see on my code as it's highlights as it's going through the code, right? So here we go. I'm doing this first one, driving for 3.5 seconds, turning to the left, driving for another 3.5 seconds, and now we're getting into my repeat command. Here's the first one, 7.1, and then we're going to go get to down here, stop, and go back up to the top, and back. Here's loop number 2, and then we're going to stop, and back up here for loop number 3. So I've done that 3 times. And it gets to the final corner. Now I'm into my second loop. Go to the middle, stop and turn, go to the second time, get back to the middle where I started from, and I'm going to turn all the way 180, and there I am. I should be back right where I started from, right? Let's see. Yeah, pretty close, pretty close. I'm looking down on top of it. So the loop command is what you're going to be working with in the next project, and that's going to be what's called the basketball drills. All right. So here's the document that you're going to get. It's going to tell you how to go through with what you were supposed to do. There are 3 levels, 3 challenge levels. We're just going to do the first 2. We're not going to worry about the algorithm at this point. So level 1, level 2, some helpful hints down here at the bottom, and it's saying you might want to use this. That might have an application in getting this done. Okay. So give that a try. Good luck. And as I'm going through looking at everyone's 4 corners exercise, if you will, I'm posting on there. I'm going to post on there or stick on there a copy of this code that I actually came up with to get that to do what it was supposed to do. So you can take a look at that and look at yours, see which one runs better. And maybe you were able to do it even better than I was able to. There's a good chance that someone was. All right. Thanks. Take care. Give it a good try.